I've been there. I've seen the product. I love the product, but I'm also very curious. How can vendors and how can customers approach Title, use Title? Why should they come to you guys?
So, from the analyst perspective, analysts can get started today. That we have a community edition that we released at Black Hat this year, and the intent of the company was always to be analyst first. Fundamentally, the problem I'm solving is an analyst efficiency, or really an analyst inefficiency problem. It takes too long to do the analysis of sandworms doing something new. What do I do about it? Am I defended? If not, what are the steps to take? That's just not an efficient analysis. So we're making that easy. A lot of that analysis can be done in the community edition. There are certainly things for an individual analyst anyway that's certainly valuable. There are more advanced features that we're building in for enterprises that will be released later this quarter. But I think from the vendor perspective, and well, I would just say this for that enterprise edition, that will bring a lot of value not only to the analyst community and basically getting them home earlier, allowing them to get that analysis done not in tens of hours, but in tens of minutes. Because we know where the data are, we're bringing it together, we're collaborating with the vendors to make it easy for the analysts to know what to do or what might be available if they don't have it already, so that they can get to the answer more quickly in a way that either says to their CISO boss or their CEO boss, Skipper, we're good. All good on this one. Here's why we know we're covered, or no, here's the relative weakness. But this is what we're going to do tonight, tomorrow, or the next day to actually ameliorate whatever that risk is. That's all coming out. The vendor community, I would say that we're working with many of them already. I think they were really blessed to have Frank as a partner, Frank Duff as a partner in this endeavor. He, had a lot of confidence with the vendors that he engendered in his role at MITRE. We've got a lot of integrity in our organization, so I think it's well earned. And so what we're really doing is working with the vendors to get their best perspective on what their coverage is, getting the content or the context around the coverage claims to make sure that we can share that with our customers, the analyst. This is what allows this particular capability to work in your environment, and so it makes it easy for them to know. Okay, yep, all these factors exist. We should be covered against this particular technique as we know it.
And I'll, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to add on because I know you have something else you want to add to. I was just going to add on from my perspective, having gone through this from a vendor's perspective, it was eye-opening for me to see the areas that I didn't realize I covered with a product, or vice versa. And I'll tell you, the way you guys have set it up, and for those in our network who are looking at this product and this software, it is eye-opening. It is knowledgeable and actionable insight that you take when you actually step in and work with the title folks. So Rick, I appreciate you on that. Sorry, I know you said you wanted to complete your thought process, but I wanted to throw that in there. So
Rick, I appreciate that. That's awesome. I'm glad. We must have done a good job working with you. I think that we are always looking for vendors to work with. I think at the end of the day, we want every vendor, mapped. We want every vendor to be able to speak lingua franca, to be able to speak attack, with a level of specificity that's really, really useful to figuring out what to engineer in your environment, to figuring out what to hunt for next, to figure out, how to make that threat intelligence more useful, across the enterprise, across all security functions. All of those are things that we're intending to do, and we do it, in collaboration with the vendors that do those things. And so, I know we had a great relationship with you and your team, and there are many other, large vendors that are, working with us to make sure that we're giving these accurate mappings and integrating or delivering that knowledge through our platform in a way that's contextualized to what the adversary is doing today.